Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Gears Pro Circuit at MLG Dallas. We are already jumping right here into the action to kick things off, wasting no time here. eUnited versus X-HITE, and this right here, winner of this match, guaranteed top 8. Either of these teams are already in the money right now, but clearly it is not enough for these teams. They are wanting to push a little bit harder here. I am joined by my friend and colleague, Jake PR, right now, and let's get right down to business here with everybody already out in fights right now, starting their initials. What do you expect to see? What do you think is going to be the key element X factor here, the biggest game changer in this match?
A consistency throughout the match, because both of these teams, I think, struggle with keeping it going throughout the entirety of the game. Sometimes they'll start off hot, slow down, or they'll be slowing down and they'll start to heat up. And, you know, it already started off slow. They're not a real plat fight in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and as you can see right there, Lava making a nice save there to take out Noxious. Noxious going wild today, but not in that situation at all. Lava doing what he does best, being a captain and being a leader right there in that situation to help out his teammate get that right support. And now, as you can see, Rosado now in position here right on the side there of the lift. He is trying to make sure that he can separate these members of eUnited a little bit more before his teammates are able to get in position for that push. Vital now having to back up. What a wide flank there. He did not see that member of X-HITE poke out there, and it looks like there was actually a team kill. Noxious taking out Vital there with a Lancer, surprisingly. Trying to set things up here. Tommy not able to close it out, though. Soto, last man alive, able to recap that A-hill, throw things back into their favor.
Yeah, Lava on the other side, able to clean that up with the help of Soto. Things look a little bit slow compared to what I'm used to watching here on lift. And threatening a triple cap. Are they going to be able to come out with it? No. Kraz with the save and Vital helping him out. And Soto, hopefully he doesn't overextend right here, because this is going to be bad. Two of his teammates already died. He's trying to escape towards that top hill, but he's being chased by Kraz. What a nice turnaround by Soto, but Vital's going to be able to clean that one up, and Heza is right behind him to make sure he gets out safe.
What a beautiful play there by Soto. Very smart. As you saw, once his opponent ran up trying to make that shot, that was pressed. He didn't look right at the corner where he was posted up. He waited to have him dive out into the shot. He never made the move and ended up popping him right there to make that cleanup shot. So a very smart move there. As you can see, though, members of eUnited, though, dropping like flies at the moment. Looks like Zerpting's in trouble. Tommy is already down for the count. Lava down as well. So now we see X-HITE getting in position here and retaking the A-hill. B is still in possession of eUnited, though, so they're in a good position right now as the points are just about even here, roughly, but it's not much more time until X-HITE's able to run away with this. Looks like they're in position for the trip cap domination here with only a couple of members there right, to try and fight back against that A-hill. They're going to have to make this rotation quickly.
Yeah, but it doesn't even look like they're doing any proper setups. Usually you see somebody anchoring the game room like Vital is right now, but you see it as it's going to be taken over by eUnited. It's a good heads-up play by eUnited. They are trailing here, so I do expect them to keep things moving. They don't have time to stop or really think about anything. They got to keep the split pushes going. Yeah,
absolutely. I agree. This is something where a lot of your teammates, you don't want to have to be bundled up in this map. This map has a lot of different flank routes right here, so it would make sense for a lot of these teams to take the split fight. A lot of the initials you might see 4-1 on each side, depending where the power weapon placements go, but right now, since we are fresh in this game, this is all bare bones right now. No power weapons to fight over, just fighting for your team right now, just shooting your gun, and that is what it's coming down to, the bare bones of this game here. You can see Tommy doing work here, making sure his teammate is in position to try and get up there to make that push over to the C hill here. Hezi getting some help from Rosado. Rosado doing just that to try and make the save, but right there, you see X-HITE was able to stay in line enough to rack up enough for the round victory.
Yeah, eUnited, they did seem like they had control at first, but then they left the game room or gave it up easy without, you know, having any sort of contest for it. Everybody knows, like, especially on this side of the map where it's A and C hills, you want to take control of that game room. You want to make sure you anchor it, because anybody pushing in through spawn, and if you have another guy set up on fans, that's going to be a good cross. They're not going to be able to decap the hill without going down. So that's what I think both of these teams were kind of lacking, but I do think X-HITE did it a little bit better there.
And as you can see, Sniper, long shot Sniper being placed there at the B hill maintenance. So that is going to be a very interesting fight to see. And I'm rubbing my hands together, excited to see some action here with the Sniper, ready to see some heads go. Right now, Tommy, though, getting a little caught up in the smoke, has to make a move down that middle there to the B hill. Looks like the fight, though, Kras making the flank, but it turns out that Lava can apparently see through smoke, shooting blindly and taking him out. Lava picking up the double kill, cleaning up Noxious as well. That's 4 members now of X-HITE down, with Lava just being able to secure that sniper rifle. So now eUnited in perfect position right now to try and regain some of these points.
I want to see Will the anchor that, just like I said, he's staying back with the Lantern, letting them push into him, doing a lot of damage with that Lantern, and he is going to get... No, he is not. Risotto taking him out. Mantle kick coming out from Soto. He's going to get the meat shield, but Lava with the team kill, so a 2v3 turned into a 2v2. Like I said, that Zerfting with the quick rotation over. So like I said, though, for a second there, Wildy did a great job holding down that arcade, making things happen, but it just wasn't enough. Risotto overpowered him.
Yeah, definitely. That was an absolutely beautiful shot right there. And it's, you know, doing a lot of that, you're definitely going to get a little bit more excited, set the tone, try and build a little bit more momentum for your team. You want everyone to try and be on the same page here. Oh my God, Lava shooting through the smoke and picking off the headshot there. Beautiful no-scope through that. And as you can see there, he is already getting a position there to try and make another one, almost hitting in the back of the head. That looks like Risotto. Oh, he has no idea. Lava's actually in that middle lift room there. Lava has to back up, going for the quick shot, not able to connect. He knows he has to put that sniper on his back and run away. Does not want to risk giving that up and making it switch sides, because this is actually a very powerful weapon, very underrated weapon if you know exactly how to use it and which player's hands you should put it into.
And I do believe Lava is that guy. You've seen him get a quick headshot, and he's just continuously maneuvering around, rotating that sniper so no one has a direct line unless marked. So Lava being really sneaky. I want to see somebody else back up this game room with him, not just a sniper. As I say that, Zerfting's on the same page as me right now. Lava, like I said, rotating that sniper around, keeping X-HITE on their toes, not letting them know exactly where he's going to get shot from.
Yeah, and I believe that in these opening couple of rounds of any match in Escalation, with the respawn count so low, you know, having such an easy chance to get back into the game after getting taken out, maybe after potentially making a mistake, you do have enough time to get back into the fight and make up for it. But you also have to wonder, though, with these short respawn times, a lot of the teams, when they lose their initial fights, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because once the team that wins the initial takes control, takes position, they also have to worry about a new line of smoke grenades coming out of spawn to try and spread everybody out. So Noxious here doing work and taking out Soto in that one-on-one right there. Tommy now has to make a push up, but I don't think he has any idea he's getting flanked. He does not. He is cornered. He's in a bad spot, but he pushes aggressively. Again, they're going ahead. Is Kraz getting taken out there. Tommy making it look easy.
Exactly what you just said. Is somebody gets taken out right behind Tommy, so he's all by his lonesome. 1v3 situation, actually, 204 and counting. They do have a lot of time to take over this C-Hill back, so they don't have to necessarily run in there and flood and die, but you see B is being capped, and rather 2 seconds left, and they could get it right now. Yes, 207. For those of you guys don't know, if the hill is not broken by 207, or at least being in the process of being broken, then the team will secure that round out. As you just saw, eUnited tying it up here 1-1, and if you look at the stats for a moment, Tommy, he's typically your support player, but he's coming out showing that he could be the Slayer as well, and waiting for Zerfting, waiting for Lava to pick it up and be the Slayers that the team needs.
Yeah, and him leading the team as well in points shows that he is not only doing the work being the main Slayer, but he's also doing enough to get in position, get the caps, and get the breaks that are necessary. So as things are tied up here, it's going to be a little exciting to see if Risotto is going to try and get a little aggressive here, but it looks like they're holding down on the frags, deciding that. I love this idea. Maybe they're deciding what weapon to place, maybe not. Maybe they already know. But using all the time that's on that clock to place that weapon, to try and regroup, using it as essentially a timeout for your team, to try and get things together, maybe try and talk a little bit of extra strategy where you might not be able to do once you start splitting up on this fight.
Yep, and I do like the weapon placement right there. It's not as aggressive as a boom shot, but it's not a side weapon. It's not something that's going to be placed up top where you can't grab it right away. So I do love the thought process for X-HITE. We're going to jump on Fort Zerp right now, smoking across, putting a little Lancer Fire down, and I do notice here, Trooper, this is not your typical bum rush plat fight. Even though there's a weapon up there, they're taking their time.
Yeah, right here, it looks like definitely don't want to overstep any boundaries here, and it's a very smart move there. eUnited now just stepping up. Like one member of their team, it looked like they took a few steps, another member took a few steps, little by little there, and as you can see, that leaves Zerfting able to secure that sniper there. He puts it on his back though, and he actually gets taken out in the process there. That is a sweet double kill there by Kras to try and put things on ice for them, and that sniper now back up for respawn, essentially a non-factor at this point in the game.
Yeah, if you guys are ever wondering what a bait and switch is, Kraz and Zerp right there, just perfect textbook example. I wish I could see that again as Noxious playing that home hill, going for a triple cap. He does hit Tommy down, but gets taken out himself, and like I said before, Wildebeest anchoring down that arcade, and he made it work with Tommy being able to clean up the kills that Wildebeest put full red. That made it so easy for eUnited to be able to defend it.
Absolutely. With the eUnited, though, now looks like to double the score so far, just about over X-HITE, but not like it matters right now, as it looks like there's only a few seconds away from eUnited to get a chance for this trip cap, but Rosado doing what he needs to do to hold it down there in the hill, but now having to back up. There are so many crosses coming with Zerpting trying to make the move there. Rosado doing the exact same thing that he did last time we watched, ending up getting a beautiful kill right there, and now with Wildy getting actually forced all the way up to this top ramp here, he has to try and make a move. Noxus shuts him down.
Yep, and you see the play, the rotations coming out from X-HITE. Like I said earlier in the day, watching them and being able to, cast over half of their match or so, they play, not the typical Gears of War. The strategies are not the same, the way they move is not the same, and it shows here. It shows that they're not afraid to think outside the box.
Yeah, right now with a lot of more money on the line, if these teams are able to pull off a victory here, getting in that top 8 position here, making a name for yourself essentially in this scene would be a beautiful opportunity for X-HITE. And right now you can see the overhead map, ANC well in control, that entire side of the map in X-HITE's hands, and on the opposite side of the map, you can see X-HITE getting that trip cap there. Back and forth here with the rounds, so usually kind of what I see for the most part in a lot of early games. By the second half, I expect to see a lot of rounds won in a row by one of these teams once they start to get in gear.
Yeah, but even though Tommy does have the most points on the team, he has the most times dead as well. As just a quick, throwaway placement with that Bolt Hawk. I don't really know who plays on that side of the map, but I'm pretty sure they might have screamed for it, like, drop the Bolt Hawk, drop the Bolt Hawk, because usually, I formerly coached Ghost, and when Identims wanted the Bolt Hawk, we let him get the Bolt Hawk.
Yeah, if there's a player that really knows how to use that weapon well, shoot it properly, and aim well enough with it, it's essentially a handheld sniper. You can utilize that so effectively, and a lot of teams will place it down thinking it's going to be a non-factor, and it turns out to dome 1 or 2 more of your members, and then you suddenly regret placing it, thinking you could have did a little better. Look at Zerpty going off there, getting a double kill there with 3 members now down of X-HITE. eUnited in prime position here to get that sniper in his hands. Zerpty picking up the sniper and making sure he backtracks, just trying to regain some composure here before he's able to pop any domes. And you can see just a few seconds now until Swarm is able to get that domination there. And Hedgie with a beautiful touch there, backing up, and he's forced to, or he's going to have to go right back to that respawn screen. Does not want to have to do that. Needs to try and save some skin here. And as you can see, Zerpty looking to finish off this kill here. He is getting shot on wide. Kraz making the smart move.
And that's going to put the sniper out of play. So Zerpty caught off guard, caught out of position right there, and that's going to make it pay. Like, even though they have a 45, 50-point lead, that sniper is something you fought for. That's something you earn. You got to be able to make that last throughout the round. Don't just give it up because you were out of position.
Yeah, and you also got to make sure that if you're able to secure that sniper and you win that fight, there's nobody else around when you're able to secure that weapon. You have to get yourself completely out of the way. Put yourself in the back of your team. Make sure you're not near the front of any of these fights. There's no need for that. It's not like you have a boom shot. It's not like you have incendiaries. The sniper is definitely a much more steady weapon, something that's a little bit more skilled to use. So you want somebody to get in the background, hit some body shots while people are expecting crosses with Lancer, throw them off, and then immediately push over to try and clean up the rest of the kills.
Jump up with Zerpty, trying to flank Hezzy, trying to get somebody off guard. Nice shot around the corner, taking out Noxus, catching Heza on the misroll. Is Zerpting going to get a 3-piece, jumping over the cover by mistake, getting taken out by Vital, but you got 2 members of eUnited still there, Tommy and Lava, going to get him full red, but Kraz trying to come to the aid of Vital Sam, and that's going to be 3 members of X-HITE pushing across. They're trying to get the anchor out of the game room, which is Tommy, but it looked like Tommy was going to get that kill, and Vital quickly makes him pay, thinks twice about pushing up on him, and that's where the pressure is going to come in for X-HITE.
Yeah, Tommy walked up there thinking he's getting an easy kill with a cornered Vital. Vital, though, acting as well as he could have in that situation, staying poised, getting the quick kill, but he got cornered by 2 members there of eUnited. Nothing much more he could do there. You can see the round count now. Looks like X-HITE with just a small lead here, so nothing too crazy right now. This is still anyone's round. You can see switching over to Noxus, who has control of the sniper, maybe trying to pop ahead through the smoke, actually almost clipping his own teammate, hoping that he didn't get him in the back there. And it looks like that he's going to have to move up and try to get a little bit of a better position if he wants to be effective.
I want to see him rotate that sniper around, catch somebody off guard, because I'm pretty sure right now they might know where he's at. As you see him creep up on his own home hill, maybe not, maybe they don't see him. Look at he's taken out and spawned. That's going to be Rosado falling to Zerpting, but Zerpting's such a weird spot right now that he could have somebody come behind him. But as I say, that Noxus rotating that sniper back. He knows A is pretty safe right now, and he's going to rotate towards B, maybe get the cap. He knows somebody else is there, and you hear the communication from Kraz coming out, or I imagine so, as Kraz asking for help from Noxus, and I don't think Noxus was paying attention to any of that.
No, it didn't look like it. Noxus was actually kind of looking for a headshot. He really wanted to make a big play there. but he didn't really have to. Everything worked out for them in that, and it was kind of strange to me because as we saw, we were watching him trying to make something happen with that. He shot, missed through the smoke across the map. We cut over to see what was happening on the opposite end of the map. When we cut back to him, he's still there, completely uncontested. Nobody was bothering him. He was taking his sweet time, looking for his spots, and he had time to actually rotate back to that B hill and cap it up to make sure that in case they lost one of those home hills there that they had possession of in those last seconds, they were going to be guaranteed that win and not choke on that one.
Yep, and you see the hammerburst throwaway dropped there. And those you don't know, those middle ones, the top rocks and that hammerburst spot don't open up for the first 30 seconds of the match. So that's why I call it a throwaway, because it's not going to be accessed at first.
Yeah, definitely. After the initial fight, that's something obviously you don't have to worry about right off the bat. But when you come out of spawn, if you don't win in your first fight, it's something that you're going to probably want to beeline towards, especially with the hammerburst being as effective as it is if you do have the right support player holding it. You can see Zerpting now with another member of his team right there. Zerpting actually posting up, not moving though, but he's going to take this opportunity to instead be a little bit more effective, try to cross with the pistol. Looks like a flank is coming. He might be getting cornered here, so he's going to push down with his teammate. They have to make the push as they were only a few moments away from getting trip cap, and you can see, look at that. Actually, Noxious running away. Luckily got some help from his teammate, but he still has to run away as Zerpty luckily gets saved at the last moment, still down in that B hill. ANC well under control for X-HITE, and eUnited scrambling to try and get this B hill. This looks like it could be X-HITE's match at any moment here if they could win this fight, but they don't, and now eUnited is going to hang on just a little bit longer.
Will the Beast going huge with a double kill right there. It did look like his teammate was distracting them. He did come up behind, get the first one. By the time he got the second one, the guy didn't even realize that his teammate had died, and you see Soto over inside the game room anchoring. Like I said, that's going to be the story of Lift usually, especially on this first half, is who can control the other team's game room. Because once you control that game room, you control the fans, even the dead zone a little bit, there's going to be nowhere for them to come out of spawn where they're not immediately put forward.
Yeah, completely. Definitely want to lock them out into that position, try and cut off as many of these choke points as you can on a map such as this here. And Tommy now going there hard, taking out Rosado in the center of that hill there, and now he is under some pressure there. It looks like both members now down. That's Noxious though, getting some help though from Vital. Tommy getting taken out, picking up the meat shield, dropping him right away to make sure that he is staying on his feet, trying to stay quick there, making sure there was nobody else trying to push him from behind. And on the other side of the map right now, we have eUnited there squaring off here, having both home hills under their control. So with that side of the map pretty much locked down, we're going to see where X-HITE's going to try to go, if they rotate through the spawn areas or just cut right through the control room.
Yeah, there's exactly that. One of three things can happen. They're going to wait for the sniper and try and pick while they go for one of the hills, or they're going to rotate all the way around for eUnited side hill, because more than likely, as we saw, 3 members at eUnited are set up on X-HITE's home hill, so this would be the better push if they can manage to do it without eUnited getting numbers. As you jump on board Heza, he's trying to make things happen, getting great shots with Soto on the Bulldog, put almost one shot that was like 56% damage, and Heza's going wide, not letting Soto get the chunk, and Soto's finally going to be taken down, but not before Zerpting can get a kill with the frags.
And this game is just about tied in points, but with 4 members of X-HITE down, make that 5 now. This is suddenly not as close anymore. eUnited 3 seconds away, and that'll do it. With all 5 members down of X-HITE, an easy trip cap for eUnited here to finally get another round on the board, making sure that X-HITE didn't gain a little bit too much momentum here in the first half. We might actually be seeing here a 3-3 score going into half number 2.
Yep, I want to see X-HITE be a little bit more aggressive with these weapon placements, even though, you know, they're being forced right now to either put a control room up top where, like I said, it's not going to be accessed for the first 30 seconds. So, you know, teams might just throw an X. That way we don't have to worry about the control room, because the control room, you can cut right through and flank either side, whether you're flanking home hills, flanking their side B, and basically make a play for your team. So if you put nothing there, that's going to lessen the chance of somebody using it.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're going to play something there, a block is definitely a good idea, or something maybe a little bit less useful, due to the fact that there are so many different angles that people can take to shoot into that control room. A lot of people don't even want to try and take that fight. So right now we have Zerpty running all the way across through the smoke, putting his head down and making the wrong choice there. Noxious making him look silly, even thinking about saying Xbox record that. And we have Lava on the other side though, trying to post up, but he makes the smart choice to back all the way through to a spawn, re-rotating, regain control, and make sure that they got the strength in numbers.
And Rosado actually in possession of the sniper. I want to see him put it to use rather quickly, but he's being forced to cap home hill, which is normally fine. Misses that first shot as Wildebeest and Tommy get a pair of kills on his teammates, missing the second body shot right now. So he's trying to keep that angle. I would suggest you rotate it around, whether it be their side or our side, as another member from X-HITE fall. That is for Denny. He misses another headshot. Rosado, if I'm you, I'd pass that sniper off right away.
Yeah, and as he's in a one-on-one situation, it doesn't look like that. He's in good position. He's already getting crossed. You already saw he missed the headshot. Those members of eUnited were sprinting all the way to that side to try and get the strip cap as they are almost getting. I thought they were about to pull it off. It looks like that this fight was going to be enough there for them, picking up the round victory. Double rounds, 2 rounds in a row here for eUnited.
Yep, 3-3, all tied up here. So we're going to refresh the sides, wipe all the weapons off the map, and we're going to start over at 10-second respawns. So it is 1st to 7. 13 rounds total. At halftime, 6 rounds. It's reset, and that's exactly where we come right now.
And essentially, you know, with this tied up, it's almost as if it's 0-0. It's the same feeling, minus, you know, the changes of the weapons, the flipping of the rotation now of these hills. Rather than A, B, C, you now see on the overhead D, E, and F. So maintenance is not a hill anymore. Instead, you have the 2 spots across from spawn near maintenance are actually across from each other as the home hills here. It's actually a very interesting spot of the map, because if you're able to control it, I believe it's very easy to get a trip cap domination and push through the middle to try and finish off if you cap that E hill.
Yeah, like I was talking about earlier, X-HITE with another out-of-the-box strat. They had 3 people capping their home. A 4th person was pushing across towards plat to make it look normal, and then they got the down. That's when they were able to push up and clean up that kill because of the numbers advantage on that side of the map. As we're going to take a look at Noxious downing lava in the hill. Is he going to be able to clean it up? Is Tommy spawning up? And I do believe that is Zerpting as well. He's going to let his teammate Rosado clean it up. So it looks like X-HITE's strategy here is to play for double homes.
Yeah, Noxious doing what he needs to do there and actually pushing eUnited back into their own spawn. Beautiful work there with that Lancer. You can see there the flank actually caught him off guard there. Zerpty going down as well as he took out Noxious. Hezi was the one to get that kill. Hezi getting a nice double kill, hitting Tommy in the back of the head, try to pick up some momentum, and luckily pick up exactly what just happened, getting saved from his teammate. He is able to try and fight there, just going right through the meat shield to take out Lava. Very dominating play, and then suddenly, anticlimactically, getting taken out by the snub pistol.
Yeah, I thought in my head that X-HITE would have more points, but it's still early on. Only a 30-point differential. So eUnited still has an opportunity to climb right back into this one, but they need to start taking power positions. We saw X-HITE go for the double home setup. Now we need eUnited to do something similar, whether it's their home and E or double homes as well. As eUnited, Wildebeest is getting angled out down into the control room. So any push that would be happening right now is going to be put to a stop just until eUnited Wilde can spawn up again.
Yeah, and as I reiterated before, you know, you don't see a lot of the first opening rounds here going into a trip cap domination. Most of the time it goes to the max count of 210 points. Due to the short time for respawns, it gives people enough time to actually get back into position, especially on this map, a little bit tighter when D, E, and F are out there, because you're a little bit closer seemingly to your home hill. So right here, Wildebeest actually was the man to pick up that kill on Vital here, as he's making that rotation there with Tommy going a little bit wide, almost stepping actually into the shotgun shot there from his teammate. Luckily he did not, and he's able to now put his head down, run through that Lancer, and what a beautiful shot, and a second one to finish off Crass there on the mental shot. That was absolutely gorgeous.
Wildebeest making it look easy. This man has been doing it since Gears of War 2. His hesitation taking out Zerpting. They do win off one, so Hezi just needs to stay alive. Taking out Wilby in the process. He does not need to cap that hill. To him, just being annoying on this side of the map is more than okay, as his teammate actually did cap D. So that looks like it's going to solidify what they are, because there's going to be no one that's going to really be able to break D and F at the same time.
No, this is definitely all but over here. This round going in favor of X-HITE, and definitely something that'll set the tone here potentially for the second half. A lot of times you see, as you look at the scoreboard, back and forth in the first half, this could be X-HITE's chance to step on the gas. A lot of teams really have a hard time adjusting from A, B, and C to D, E, and F. It really does make all of the difference. When you have a map, for example, like Dam, where you don't have the home hills changing position, it kind of changes a lot of the strategies, maybe simplifies things a little bit more. But on this one, definitely a little bit more difficult with how much of the open space in between D and F, or E and F, that you have to worry about.
I really don't like that sniper placement. They tried it in the first half, did not necessarily work out for them 3-3, and they're just quick to put it down again. If anything, I would maybe put a side weapon down just to slow things down, or not necessarily slow things down, but play the same fight one more time. Right now, with the outside of the box, thinking X-HITE did send 4 over yet again.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Lava's going to be the man to try and fight to pick up that sniper, as he did do a very, very well job with it earlier. Rosado was the man to pick up the sniper for X-HITE. Didn't really do much or make much noise with that. that. You can see, though, Noxious having to back up with his team, making a smart move here as he knows that they're going to be cutting through, trying to cut them off here, sandwiching in there. Hesitate actually able to get 1 kill there on Soto, but gets taken out in the process. 3 down now for X-HITE. Looks like Rosado just coming out of spawn there. I don't know if it's going to be enough time. Let's see if Crass can get the touch, but he had 3 guys in front of him he had to run through. He had absolutely no chance.
This has been the story of eUnited all weekend long. Back and forth with teams. And it's teams they think they're better than, and it's teams they think they're not better than. You know what I mean? If you saw that they went up against Optic Gaming, that wasn't a back and forth match. So all the teams that they seeded higher than are giving them a run for their money this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. If eUnited does happen to place extremely well in this tournament, it is going to be well-deserved. They have fought, they have clawed for every inch in this match, in this entire tournament, as they've had a lot of close games. Right now, as you see, more of the same right now, business as usual. 4-4 tied up here. Very exciting here in the second half of this match. And I'm wondering, do you expect to see something a little bit more aggressive by either of these teams, or do you think they're going to play exactly to their strength, just kind of slow it down a little bit since it's tied? If anybody oversteps their boundaries, tries to be a hero, they could be the entire reason that their team doesn't pull off this victory.
eUnited throwing a curveball, sending 5 members over towards the M-bar side of the map. It hasn't been picked up yet, so that's going to give X-HITE a free 2 home hills, and it looks like Zerpting trying to smoke it out. That way he can grab it safely from Noxious, who's just aiming around. Doesn't get the headshot. No, he kind of hit him in his upper back, not on his head, as you see them in possession of the M-bar. So that was at least a good counter strat, you know, in theory, but they lost full possession of their side of the map on B Street, so I'm really interested to see how they're going to be able to take it back.
Yeah, I think Noxious might have shot his ear off on that one, barely missing the headshot. And then right here, it looks like that he had another opportunity, but I don't think he wants to give himself away just yet, give his position away. As you can see now, Zerptig are doing very similar thing to Noxious, as they seem to be very directly across from each other on this map. Very similar placement, actually. Posted up, one with M-bar, one with long shot sniper. We're going to see who is going to utilize this weapon the most here. Zerptig trying to maybe make a shot happen. They obviously, Zerptig in the same situation does not want to try and give up his position until he knows he has a sure shot.
What I'm noticing about eUnited in this game, at least, they're taking so long to make plays. Zerpting with the team kill. He did hit hesitations with the M-bar, but it's not before Tommy is taken out. So Zerpting, you know, a little foul play on his own team. 3 members of eUnited are down. X-HITE's threatening the triple cap. Noxious being pushed back. Soto going after the kill instead of the hill. You got to question what Soto's thinking right there. You know, at least try and stop that hill. I know there's 3 members in front of him. The likelihood of even him getting in the hill is slim, but why not try? You know, there's no reason not to. I'm looking at Rosado's score right now, 20 kills, 20 downs. Rosado's putting in work on both the offensive slaying side and the defensive supporting side.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that move. That seemed to be a pointless decision there, as you had the hill 5 feet from you. Yes, you did have a couple of members against you that you had to fight through, but instead you separated yourself from the hill on the other side of the cover to chase down the kill. Even though you saw the sniper in front of you, you knew that you were running out of time. You have to do everything you can in that situation. If you're one of the last men alive, put yourself on the line, sacrifice yourself out there, because it's all that you have left with the time running out, and it's really all you can do in a situation such as that. You can see, though, D and E actually are going to be slightly under control there for X-HITE. X-HITE actually backing off, making sure that they get a better position here.
It just seems like when one team wants to fight the other, it's just like the other team is trying to fight the other team from their round before strats. As you saw, eUnited kind of made a play for the sniper, while X-HITE made a play for the M-bar. In the previous round, it was X-HITE making a play for the sniper and eUnited playing for the M-bar. So both teams really trying to switch up their strats and catch the other team off guard, but it's just one of those timing things where one team's going to go left while you're going right, and it's just you guys are never going to meet each other. But we do have a little bit of a standoff. Hesitations with the M-bar and Zerpting with the snipe.
Yeah, and it's definitely something that a lot of teams have trouble doing, is being unpredictable. You know, a lot of the times they kind of do these base strats that really aren't that effective, thinking that, you know, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, a lot of the times, you know, the definition of insanity, trying the same thing over and over and getting the same result. You got to make sure that you kind of mix things up here. And right now, looking through that scope there, Zerptig trying to see if he could pop ahead, but instead looking back. Oh, no, unbelievable shot by Zerptig. Almost like he had a sixth sense, turning, looking across the map, and popping, hesitating Hezzy as he's trying to roll back into spawn, and that's exactly where he just sent him.
Yep, his wildebeest sees two people in front of him. He's probably calling it out. You guys can get another angle. Zerpting pushing up behind him. I want to see him put that sniper away and either put the pistol fire down or maybe even some shotgun fire down. He's going to get to the fight. Is he going to hit the body shot on Rosado? No, he is not. But like I said, putting that pistol fire down, making sure that it's not a free getaway for Rosado. And he's going to go down and quickly rotate off and allow somebody else to clean up that kill.
Yeah, right there you see multiple members are now down here on the Swarm side, or actually, excuse me, on the Cog side right now. Zerpting, though, still doing work with the sniper. Again, owning Hezzy with that snipe. This is unbelievable as he is able to do everything possible to try and utilize that the best way. And now Kras looking like he's trying to get a top position here. And look at Zerpting getting aggressive. Even though the sniper's on his back, he really wants to pick up another kill and make a play here. Having to back up here, but actually trying to move in there, knowing that he had no sniper ammo left. Kras is the one that picks up the new sniper up for respawn, getting out of harm's way, but actually looks like he was able to utilize the sniper right off the bat, giving Zerpting a taste of his own medicine.
So I don't understand. I don't understand why Tommy and Zerpting are fighting for that, because wildebeest was able to get out with the M-bar. They do win off of one hill, so they're basically giving up 3 kills when they could have just rotated elsewhere and solidify some sort of defense, or maybe some decap D, cap F, anything in my opinion would have been better than what they did.
Yeah, right there, looked like a pretty swift move there by Lava to take out Hezzy. Right there, the Cog domination almost coming up. Oh my goodness, Kras nearly hitting an amazing zoomer headshot there, but Tommy had none of that. Gave him a little bit of a headshot action of his own. With 2 now down for X-HITE, the still with that E-Hill up for grabs. It doesn't look like it's going to matter though. A lot of points here on the board for eUnited, and all they really have to do is hold their home hill. They know that. They're just going to put all of their men over there to try and box them out. And here you go with the 190 being broken. We are counting down, and F now starting to lose, or actually lose possession of that hill. eUnited has to make a move here. They do not want to have to choke this round here. Now 4, make that 5 members of X-HITE down. That will without a doubt wrap up this round.
So although I had questions about Zerpting and Tommy's positioning and dying over on that side of the map, they made it work anyway. Wildebeest with that M-bar was able to hold off a few players, not necessarily getting kills, but getting some body shots with it to make sure that they were scared to push anywhere. They didn't want them to do anything, so any push that they eventually had to do, because United 1-off-1 was slower. It was either they had to slow it down or they had to push while full red. So give a huge shout out to Wildy being able to use that M-bar, and we're going to look at what weapon it looks like X-HITE's going to place right now. Boom shots being hovered over a few spots. Yeah, I don't suggest the boom shot. Maybe you do a throwaway because it is rather close back and forth. But, you know, the X isn't bad because, you know, if you're going to play for that M-bar or another team's going to play for that M-bar, when that thing opens up, they're going to be able to get whatever it is. But, like I said last time, that's going to leave control room open. So that's going to make people play for that control room a little bit more once a weapon is placed there.
Yeah, and as you can see, no weapon was placed. They did go with the block on that position next to the M-bar, which was the smart decision there, I believe, as if they did place something down very effectively, they could have pretty much exposed themselves, let themselves out there to maybe if they lose that fight up there at the mid-hill, they had potential to lose possession of 2 power weapons in a row that were placed right next to each other. You don't want to have that happen, especially when the game is this close. So here we got Wildy actually picking up that hammer burst here, going to see if he could do a little bit of damage, at least trying to get some crosses going to back up his opponents here. So Zerpting, as we switch over, obviously sniper in hand, trying to do his best job with it here, and it looks like he was not able to connect on that first shot, but backing all the way up, waiting for that push there by Rosado, and he doesn't have any idea that Zerpting was behind him, and barely missing that headshot again is Zerpting, trying to see if he put some damage on him, but man, suddenly Rosado got in his face and chased him all the way back to spawn.
Just by watching them play right now, I've got to question the communication for this team, because it looked like Zerpting wanted to make a play while somebody else wanted to run away. Zerpting hitting that body shot, but there's going to be no one to clean it up. So if I'm Zerpting, I want to trade spots with somebody or give the sniper away to somebody, because you want to be able to rotate that sniper to where you think the action is going to go next. And personally, I think it's going to be on E, especially since it hasn't been capped yet. And even if you're not going to have any action on E, that way you can make plays on E, and then you get the M-bar next, and then so forth and so forth, because you'll get the M-bar, the E-hill, and eventually you can use that with a numbers advantage to get the other team's home run.
Yeah, completely. And with that block being placed up there, you could still see there is a fight up there regardless. It is definitely not a useful spot. You definitely are going to have to back up there in a certain situation there to try and get away, at least give your teammates a couple of seconds to try and get in position to help you out. See Zerpting getting ready, trying to hit that roll shot, not able to connect there. Zerpting and Lava have been doing the best job with the sniper on this team right now. Zerptig, though, kind of taking the reins there on that one. You can see Kraz and Hezi waiting in respawn. That's 2 down. Make that 3, make that 4 for X-HITE. This is a bad position for them to be in. We are all tied up here in rounds, so this is not going to be good. If they're able to swarm here on this trip cap, they do. That is now going to be 6-5. Only one more round remaining until eUnited wins again, another close match.
And the question is, can eUnited close it out? And will X-HITE come back? We saw earlier today X-HITE versus Ronin, and you know, as I was saying that, Tommy, 33 kills, but you know, X-HITE had a little problem closing it out against Ronin and eventually lost that matchup. So even though I'm wondering if United can close it down, with the score being so close, can X-HITE even make a comeback?
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a problem that a lot of teams actually seem to have. You know, going into the LAN, a lot of the days, you know, kind of playing all day, you can lose that energy without a doubt. You have to make sure that you can keep the hype up. Your teammates are feeding off that. In the atmosphere, when you are facing your opponent, you're not there at home in the comfort of your bedroom. You're not, you know, making these call-outs through your headset over the internet. You are right there in the zone. You are here with your teammates, and you got to make sure that everybody knows that you have to stay together here in this time. You can't have anybody really separating. You don't want to have anybody trying to, you know, make a play that they really don't have to here. So we're going to actually follow Zerptig here, who really wants to try make the push here in that same spot where the sniper kept spawning. And as you can see, again, trying to make that push. He knows that he could do damage with it, and they know that they actually have to make the stop here. And it really goes to show you that if you do put a long shot on the map and somebody is that good with it, it is going to be just as dangerous as a weapon such as the boom shot.
Guys, Hesitations was taking out Zerptig. That's going to give them possession of the sniper, but are they going to be able to? Yes, they are, as Wildy wasn't in position to get the kill with the M-bar from across the map. Usually that's something you see with weapons placed in those spots, as Kraz taken out Tommy, Heza taken out Lava. So these are long respawns, 4 dead for eUnited. So to the last one alive. He is going to be taken out, so this should be a triple cap barring any spectacular play from Zerptig. We did see him save it once. He's going to get the touch. Is he going to stay alive long enough? He does get the kill on Hesitations, taken out, but no one's able to respawn. So we got a round number 13 coming up for you guys.
This is very exciting. I am excited to see this 6-6 tied up. You know what happens when it's 6-6 with 22-second respawns. If you die, you're gone for an eternity. It is basically execution at this point because the stakes are so high. If you get wiped off the map, if 2 of your teammates even get wiped off the map, you have your opponents leaving them in such a great position to get the trip cap domination. You will never see a point match, a 2-10 matched point here for a 6-6 game. You're normally going to see that trip cap really take off.
Yep, and so like you said, you're down for an eternity, so I like to call these execution rounds. So in my head, you don't even really cap your home. You play for the weapons off rip. That way you can use those weapons to get killed and eventually get your triple cap after those 22-second respawns come into effect.
Yeah, and as you can see though, taking their time, Lava just doing work here a little bit with Tommy, just putting in some shots across the map to try and spread out the members of his opponent there. You can have Zerptig though pushing through the smoke, shooting Kraz, actually not able to get the kill there on Rosado. He had no idea that he was on that flank. Rosado though backing up, getting crossed there and down in a bad position there, leaving his team having to make a decision here if they're going to make the push, but Rosado slowly crawling back over there. Lava really smart there, knowing he was just about to get up, trying to put some damage to get him back down, but not able to finish and having to back up into a spawn to regroup.
Yeah, so Wildebeest with the M-bar, and on the flip side, Hesitations with the sniper. This is something we've seen all half long, sniper versus M-bar, and usually it's been back and forth as well. Sometimes the sniper wins, sometimes the M-bar wins. You see a huge push, or what looks like what's building up to be a huge push from eUnited. Even though they have a 2-hill control, they know eventually X-HITE's either going to have to push the home hill, push the E, so they're setting up, banking on X-HITE pushing E, but as I say that, it does look like they're going to be a little bit on the offensive.
Yeah, and these teams, they know exactly how much is on the line right now. 6-6, next round wins the map. So, surprisingly, this round didn't end in 60 seconds like I originally thought it was going to. I thought that initial fight was really going to be the only one that you saw, but you could see these teams really doing what they need to do. They need to just take their time here, getting just a little bit of an extension here to get the power weapons that they need, get them in the right hands. You could see those Zerptig almost getting that kill across the map with the M-bar. I believe he did connect the shot, but it wasn't enough to do enough damage to kill. You can see now Hezi trying to make a move here, as most of these teams are just really trying to wait for a better position.
This is very unorthodox. I've seen this map be played, or how this map be played. teams usually are triple capped by now. You even said it doesn't normally go to the full 210 as you see eUnited crossing the 150 mark with their 2-hill cap. No one from X-HITE is able to even break the home hill, even though they do have position advantage. They're scared of Zerpting and his M-bar, and that's what happens when time and time again Zerpting has been able to come up clutch, getting headshots when he possibly shouldn't.
If I'm not mistaken, there must have only been 2, 3, maybe 4 kills so far in this entire round. A lot of people have been alive for the majority of this here, and they're, like I said, trying to take their time here and just barely missing these headshots. Hezi, and as you can see there, Zerpting with the M-bar, they are both trading back and forth, trying to make something happen, but just missing these heads. So everybody's staying on their toes, knowing that they have to look out for that. And what a throw by Hezi with that second incendiary, connecting directly with Tommy, and then cleaning up the second kill on Zerpting, really making a play there that actually might put them in position here for the trip cap, but it doesn't look like that X-HITE's actually going to be able to do enough here, as there's 207, 208, and that will do it. eUnited wrapping things up, and I have got to bite my tongue on that one. I do apologize. That did exactly what I didn't think was going to happen. I thought it was going to go right away to that initial fight. After that fight, it was just going to be a trip cap domination off the bat, but as you can see, these teams took their time. It went the distance.
Yep, I didn't expect X-HITE to take over that side of the map and not take the home hill sooner. That's how they were able to get so many points and eventually win off of 210 or the triple cap.
This is absolutely crazy. I had both of these guys coming into my top 8. So the fact that that's not going to happen is insane. I mean, X-HITE is just such a talented team. You see them take eUnited that far. eUnited really slipping up. I mean, you know, to me, they got to be a little bit better. They got to be sharper. They got to be more aggressive. We saw a little misplays throughout that match, but it's just an incredible match so far. Yeah,
and I think Zerpting was really the big game changer in that game. You could see he was everywhere almost in that entire match. It seemed like he was in 3 different places at once at some points, and he was doing as best as he could with the sniper, with the M-bar at times, and also Lava doing work as well, getting some headshots, doing enough, being effective with those snipers. And as I said, you know, you put those snipers down on the map, even the long shot where a lot of people might second guess it, you could be just as effective with anything else.
I just want to say one thing that really caught my eye is Tommy and his slaying power. I know at one point he had 33 kills, possibly ended up with more in the end, but that's not something you normally see from Tommy. That's something you see from Lava or Zerpting or even Wildebeest at times, but you don't see that from Tommy, so it's great for Tommy to be able to step up his game when his team needs him to.
He's been stepping up big, and I saw United play quite a bit at the New York Regional. This is a big map for them. Lift is their map, so if they're going to struggle like this on Lift, you know, they like that sniper fight. They like getting into the hands of Zerpting and see what he can do. But they just have to be a little bit sharper. Wolfpack, play aggressive. You know, I really hope they come out a little bit better on this next one.
Yeah, it definitely shows that, you know, with these teams getting so far into this tournament right now, I wouldn't expect anything less. A 7-6 game, I should have actually predicted that from the beginning. When this much money's on the line, you know you're trying to make that top 8. There's so much on the line right now, and these teams are trying to make sure. I got to hand it to all of them. Taking it the distance there, even at 7-6, no trip caps happened in that last round. So these teams, you know, nobody can even say it really made that much of a mistake. Everybody was really taking their time there, but eUnited did just enough to win that round.
Yep, and that's, to me, is Wildebeest, the composure, the experience coming out from Wildebeest. You know, I know you played against him way back in Gears of War 2, so you know as well as I do, this man has always been a factor in almost every Gears game he played. Gears of War 2 with LTZ, Gears of War 3 with the Insanes, Gears of War Ultimate Edition actually coming back after a long break, making the ESL Pro League, and then we see him here in Gears of War 4, Season 1 with Enigma 6, and then the last event, World's Best, and he's doing it time and time again. These older folks that used to, you know, play and everyone's telling them they got old fingers, they're showing that it's not as old as you think.
You know my resume like that? That was impressive. You got Wildy's whole history.
I know a little bit of everything. I try and keep it all in here. You know, Immortal Spawn. You're all raw talent all the time. You're a true loyal man.
So that's right. It's pretty easy for me. High Council. But for Wildebeest, though, for sure, like, you know, what his experience and what he brings to this team. I love the roster. I love the new eUnited team. I'm a big fan of what they're doing, and I think they have a lot of potential, and that's why I want to see them. But this X-HITE team, they just have so much fun together. I had the experience playing with Sam, playing with Rosado last year, played with Hezi a little bit as well. They're hilarious guys. They have so much fun in the game. and they have to be having fun up there. So that's a big part of it too. Having fun together, you know, coming out here and making some noise, and you know, eUnited has more to lose than these guys, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's really hard to build a chemistry like that X-HITE really has. You know, a lot of these teams really trying to find success overnight, you know, trying to pick up new players in certain times where maybe they show up and have disappointing performances on LAN. But right now, you can't even say either of these teams have had any disappointing performances if they make it this far. They definitely can be proud of themselves, pat themselves on the back, because they have come this far, and they are definitely well deserving of this spot, as well as X-HITE fighting their way through the open bracket to get here into this game.
Hesitation's able to down Soto, but it's not without Tommy and Zerpting, the two main people from that last match, continuing it on into map number 2 as Vital taking out Tommy, but 3 members of eUnited still alive. That wolf pack stayed true.
Yeah, and starting things here with Forge Blitz. That first fight's going to be interesting. A lot of the differences here for Forge Blitz, rather than the original Forge map, the differences make all the matter here in the competitive mode of escalation, because here near the incinerator, there is no upper top flank route for the incinerator. It is just one way through all the way around, and also they turned the spawn areas that when you run up into the top control tower where the button is, they closed it off for only a single choke point rather than 2 entry points. So there is a lot more tighter fights, a lot more plays that you can make, potentially, if say you have something like the Incins or potentially a shock grenade, for example. Shock grenade, name dropping that, haven't seen much of that utilized at all in this tournament. Obviously, I personally haven't casted any games, so I'm excited to see if anybody wants to try something maybe a little bit more unorthodox.
Yeah, usually if you're going to place it on this map, you're going to put it on the side weapon spots. And I do think teams should start doing that more. And Olympics, Rosado taken out by Wildebeest. Vital taken out Zerpting. Noxious right behind him, taken out Wildebeest himself. Tommy doing everything he can to try and stop them from capping B. But, you know, as I was saying, usually I think on teams, if they place it on this side, that top fight won't be as aggressive and head downing, because you throw that shock right up top, and that's going to help the team be able to hold off one side and force the other team just through one direction. As I'm going to jump on board Kraz, and he's going to make things happen, taking out Tommy, moving straight into their security, trying to join a fight that's already going down towards the home hill. Wildebeest and the rest of eUnited trying to save that hill. Wildebeest going down, so it is a 2v1. Soto, the last member alive, or at least near the hill right now. He does get the tap. That's going to allow his team, Lava, to team up, get one kill. Lava going out. Oh, he got taken out. Tommy taken out as well, and that's going to make it for X-HITE, but Noxious, the last player alive, and this is a trend we usually see. They need to back off the hill, especially since eUnited is not netting any points. 2 kills to 0. All they need is a few more seconds, and they'll be able to win this round.
And you see Noxious running all the way back, making sure the home hill doesn't get pushed here, and as he's got to get in position, there you go, Wildy making the move there with Zerpting, and also going back to that other side of the map, Soto getting that touch right before they were able to actually give up that round for the trip cap, and complete opposite of what we saw on that lift match, where he instead chased the kill rather than pushing through there. He did exactly the opposite there, and that is an awesome improvement.
Yep, as you see these players adapting on the fly round after round. X-HITE coming out strong in that first one, though, as you see Vital and Noxious 7 kills apiece and very little death time. I know it's 26 for one of them, and I think about 1 death for Vital Sam, which would net 10 seconds. And you see quickly eUnited loving that sniper. We've seen it a lot on Lift, both halves, and now we're seeing it here first place on Forge Blitz up top.
Yeah, and if you have as many kills as Vital and Noxious have, you are obviously, especially in the first round, if you have that many kills, you are going to have minimal time dead, because of the fact that you are just doing so much damage. You are owning everyone that you come into contact with nearly on the map. You can see long shot being placed up near button. Very exciting play there. As you can see, whoever gets control of that will have control of not only the long shot, but also can use that button at any time. You're not going to really see it be pushed, though, as that B hill is not placed at the incinerator as of yet. So you're going to see that, though, played out a lot in the second half. The upper portion of this map, as you can see Zerpting running out, that button will be utilized, and I guarantee it.
Yep, it's Vital Sam is trying to make things happen, or save at least B, trying to save the triple cap, not able to, as Zerpting takes him out, but Zerpting still in possession of the sniper. I want to see him put it to use. He does know where somebody's at, but I think that's smart play by Heza. I could tell by the Lancer that was Hesitate. I know these players like the back of my hand, but you know, he knew the sniper was aiming across. He knew he couldn't leave that pillar, and in this angle right here, ladies and gentlemen, on each side of this line is what we call it here, they can shoot over, and Zerpting's just keeping this rotation on. I do like Zerpting so so much the way he plays this. He's always rotating.
That was insane. Did you see that? He's actually doing damage, squeezing the sniper bullets through the cover. That is absolutely brilliant. Getting it down there and actually looking like he was trying to pop the head through that crack as well. That was amazingly impressive there by Zerptic. A smart play by him. And he's looking to get another cross attempt here. Cannot see through the smoke, but he's got an angle now. And right there, right when that smoke cleared, you see that player of X-HITE immediately make his move and try to get a better position.
If he doesn't zoom in, he gets the headshot. The guy does not see the glare, and he's able to get that headshot. So that if a lot of people don't know, it's long. Ooh, gets the down on 3 members, or 1 member of the 3 trying to push across. That is actually 4 members from X-HITE trying to push for that double home hill. X-HITE Heza catches Zerpting off guard, getting the kill on him, and they're continuing to push that home hill. 4 members, I do believe, maybe even 5 over there as Wildebeest caught off guard. Another bait and switch coming out from this X-HITE squad.
And right here, this is a huge fight here between Hezi and this player here for eUnited, but he actually backs up a little bit smarter there. That's actually Lava that wants to get into that fight. Lava immediately backing Hezi up to 4-point him, and Tommy up top finishing the kill with the sniper as Lava hops over the cover, making sure he was not getting away. Planning that sniper exactly where it needed to be. He could have actually hit him anywhere and he would have got down, but instead didn't down him. Finished that kill right when it needed to happen.
Yeah, although X-HITE does have the lead, eUnited has the positioning, and Tommy with another headshot. I personally did not know Tommy was this good with the sniper. I usually think they give it to Zerp or Lava, but now we have a 3rd contender for that power weapon on eUnited.
That's Tommy Dispensa. If you guys are curious at home, he is rocking right now with that sniper, and it is almost interchangeable. Lava, Zerptic, and also Tommy just doing amazing things with the sniper, and they are just showing that they can handle anything in these situations. Wildy, though, backing up, having to force himself into this fight, though, cornering 2 members there of X-HITE, and it looks like with those 2 down, the Noxus and Vital, the main Slayers, that is not going to look good here, and it looks like only a few more moments away for eUnited to win this round. They have B under control. It looks like they're capping C, and this might just be enough. No one is in position to make a break on both of these hills, so that's going to be a wrapped up round here. There you go, 2-10 in the favor of eUnited to tie things up.
Like you said, 1-1, all tied up. 30 minutes, 14 seconds. That's one of the longer rounds we see here. And if you look at the scoreboard, Noxious Slay leading for X-HITE, and on the other side, it's tied with 8 kills apiece with 2 different members of eUnited. And you'd see them hovering over weapons. Usually this is where we do see a side weapon, and the X probably comes from them not wanting to give some sort of retro or hammer burst or even marks over to the eUnited squad, because X-HITE probably believes they can do without such a weapon.
Yeah, and personally, if I'm X-HITE and I don't win this ensuing round here, I would think about placing frags maybe down at B to try and open up the control tower a little bit more. Maybe making a push, putting a few more members down there, maybe 1 extra member to get those nades, throw them up there. You don't even have to get a kill in this situation when you throw the nades up into this control tower. The best thing you can even hope for without getting a kill is to push them back and at least give your teammates a little bit more of a push up there to grab that power weapon and get out safely.
You see 3 members from each team actually rotated up top. Not something we see every day. So we're going to continue on with this 2v2 Zerpting and Soda versus Heza and Noxious. I do believe these are 2 slaying leaders for X-HITE versus one of our slaying leaders for eUnited. Zerpting switching to his pistol, quickly switching back to his shotgun. He knows he has Heza weak. He can't play up on his. Soda down. Instead of getting revived, he tried to bait Soda. The turn out to bite him in the behind. Tommy with the save on Soda, at least, trying to make things happen up top, and I do believe the sniper is still up, so somebody can grab that, but the triple cap being threatened by X-HITE. Is anybody be able to get the touch? No. Down right before he can get into the hill. X-HITE coming out strong, actually doing a little bit of trickery there.
eUnited looked like that they were about to be in control there, but suddenly things fell apart at that top fight, and X-HITE able to take the lead here now 2-1, and we're just seeing more of the same here. This is just back and forth right now. Nobody is really running away with this. This is exactly what you wanted out of a competitive Gears game right now. You are seeing the pinnacle of action right now as you have now a placement, another power weapon being placed down. The blocks were already placed, and there you go. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Those nades being placed in the center of the map, but instead, it's not actually X-HITE. They won the round. That was eUnited making that play. So we're going to see if they're going to send an extra man down there to make sure that they secure those. It's going to be very important, obviously, because the hill is there as well. We're going to see, I'm wondering on this overhead, how many players are going to actually go up to that sniper. It looks like it's going to be a 2-on-2 fight down there, 2-on-2 down low. So this is going to be very important to see who wins those nades.
Yep, as you see it, action coming down up top, 2v2 at first. Normally, we saw members rotating up top with those frag grenades. That's why they placed it. They're trying to keep the fight a 2v2, both up top and down low. As Lava taking out Vital, securing those nades. First nade, top to top. Is it going to be able to do anything? Yes, he is. Even though Heza got a kill, he was taken out by the Lava grenade, and Nox is taking out Zerping. So overall, X-HITE wins up top. I think they win down low. As it's a 3v2 as Vital spawn, though. The 3v1. Wildebeest's last member alive. He did escape to the other team home. He needs to stay alive. If he goes down here, eUnited is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that was unbelievable because they used the nades perfectly right there. Lava did, and actually, if you notice that top fight, the members of eUnited rotated down below the button stairs all the way on that long cover wall to box them into the area where the button was, so they were going to be in prime position to get attacked by those nades, and it did look like it worked momentarily. Lava was able to pick up the kill, and it did just enough there because Wildy was able to stay alive just momentarily to not give up any opportunities for a trip cap right now, because we see Soto here pushing down there, getting the break in the B hill here, and just a slight lead with X-HITE there in points. They're actually about to cap both of the home hills right now, so still in control of this round in the early going.
Yeah, but X-HITE, like I said, they're always doing something different, something unorthodox, and that's something that only X-HITE does. Like, they rotated off of B when they did have position advantage over it, quickly double taking homes, and now they're pushing eUnited back into their spawn. They know Heza's there, they know Vital's there, but they need somebody to spawn up, and since nobody from eUnited is dead, there's nobody spawn up with spawn shield. Now they're pushing in. eUnited will be being taken down. Tommy trying to make something out of nothing, taken out by Vital Sam, even though Vital was put full red. That leaves Lava and Soto, the last two members of eUnited. Lava, one of them going down, Soto going down, so it does look like it could be a triple cap in favor of X-HITE as 5 members of eUnited are dead.
I could tell right there, you can see where Vital's in the same position as that previous fight took place. You could tell that the round was completely over at that point for eUnited because they had to spawn immediately into a fight, already used their smokes in their own spawn just to get out of the area. So they were not in good position to try and get any possession of these hills right now. You can see the round went in favor of X-HITE. Very exciting, no pun intended, for them to actually win that round. They're getting a little bit of a lead here. If they win this round, I would say it's huge for them, and they have a big opportunity to clean this one up.
Yep, you see incense placed at the incinerator. So if I'm X-HITE, you know you have a 3-1 lead. I probably wouldn't even cap home though. I'd go straight for those incense, and then if you get contested, you fight a 1v1. If you don't, you got free incense, and then you can go from there. As you see up top side of the map, it's still the mirroring 2-2 strategies.
Yeah, as you can see, following Tommy Dispenser right now, he throws his smoke across. We see Lava down low, trying to make his move to get those nades, but it looks like Vital gets the nades, Zerpting gets the snipe. So both of these teams actually a little bit of a trade-off here. Each one gets a power weapon. Vital now trying to see if that nade's going to do enough, but not able to clean it up on anybody, at least forcing Zerpty out of position there, and almost picking up the headshot there on that member of X-HITE, who has to rotate a little bit back into his spawn. And now, as you can see, the single choke point right there, it's under control right there with the nade coming through. There's no room for a flank, so they're able to hold it down long enough to keep X-HITE out of position.
Zerpting maneuvering back up top, forced back from the other team's square as he puts down damage, able to down, but not clean up the kill. Tommy taking out Vital. He's going to try and maneuver that way. He can get into a spot where he does get the help from Zerpting. Zerpting getting it down, but Tommy, 2 members' bodies actually down there. That's what you need, as Rosado going off, killing both Tommy and Wildebeest for a 2-piece. They're going to get control of B, and eventually somebody, like I said, is going to get on that A, so that's going to be a 2-hill setup for X-HITE.
Yeah, and Tommy was posted up there with the sniper. Actually missed a couple shots. The last shot he attempted there with the sniper actually hit the cover, the floor that he was trying to look down past there to try and hit that shot. If he actually did hit that shot, who knows, Rosado probably would not have gotten that double kill, but instead it did swing in their favor. Soto down, Lava getting taken out as well. Tommy, though, and Zerpting both picking up kills there to try and even things up here. And now we are almost tied here in points, but the B hill almost there, getting taken under control here by X-HITE. Tommy, though, not letting it happen there. He makes the push through to take out Crass and regain control of the middle of this map.
Yep, as you see him capping that hill, they are down 10 points, but with this hill, they're going to be able to climb right back in. They know weapons should be coming up rather soon, so you want to set up over the sniper, and then next the nade. Because the nade has a 2-minute respawn, and the sniper has a 1:30 respawn, you can use the sniper to get the nade.
Yeah, and as you switch over here, Noxious just trying to make a move here to try and get that sniper going down, leaving Wildy in perfect position to pick it up. Let's see what he can do with it. Almost picking up the headshot on the first shot there. It looked like maybe he potentially got it down, I believe, with that shot in the upper body. So now Wildy, though, trying to take that move, looking over line here and seeing if he can hit an angle for a member of X-HITE coming out of a spawn here. You can see that score now at the top, 3-1 in favor of X-HITE. And look at Wildy trying to hide himself into a corner. Wasn't very well hidden there as Hezi was able to take him out and now secure the sniper. That is an absolutely pivotal play for this game here, as hopefully he's able to make that call out, tell him, hey, I had sniper in hand, so keep your heads down. You might be getting popped right now.
You know, and as Friend would say, that can't happen. You're already trailing in the round, and you have sniper, you have a weapon that can change the course of the round, and you die. You just die, and to me, that's something you need to watch out for. Anybody at any moment can come through mid-cuts, especially when X-HITE had a double hill setup.
Man, right there, almost hitting a headshot as Rosado here, grabbing control of this sniper at the moment. Looks like he has to make something happen now, and he does! Beautiful shot there on Soto, and actually, Soto had no idea that he was there. Luckily, Tommy, we got down as well as Kraz there, I believe that was, in that battle. So instead of Tommy getting the kill there and then backing up to try and stop the round count there, he wasn't able to do enough, and that's 3 in a row here for X-HITE. Now they seem to be in the driver's seat.
Yep, as you see these weapon placements coming down, I want to see eUnited do something unique, something for them. Whether it be a big weapon change, I don't think they're going to change the sniper. They're going to put down overkills, and to me that says we're confident in doing the same fight, even though they're trailing 4-1.
Yeah, and a lot of these fights may be a little bit tighter upstairs. You got to watch out that somebody might be camping up there around the corner with the overkill. Can be very dominant as long as you don't get within 3 to 5 feet of your opponent. If you can keep yourself away, keep that distance, you can definitely dominate anybody that's holding that weapon. But right now you can see Soto picking it up for his squad, Vital picking it up for X-HITE. So now, as you can see, these teams now moving it down here, down low into that area for the B-Hill, trying to get control of the nades. You can see in the smoke, Lava picking them up. Nobody able to see him on X-HITE's side. So now Lava taking the move to get back out of there. Let's see if he's going to be able to throw them up top or if he's going to hold on to them just a little while longer while he gets position.
Taken out of top, but not before it looks like eUnited threatening the triple cap. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a Mr. Krabs. Rosado trapped up top, unable to find a hill. And one thing I noticed is Soto actually picked up that overkill and was looking to use it off the rip. And that confuses me because that's not something you see every day. And there was a small little, you know, change to the overkill where it doesn't do as much damage from far away as it used to. So I thought initially that was Soto's plan, but then I remembered it's not the same as it used to be. So Soto actually brought that down low, trying to get into a close quarters combat fight and just annihilate something with it.
That weapon is definitely dominating when you have it in close quarters, but I believe it was aptly named previously when it was that dominant from even far away. A lot of people could hit headshots if they aimed it in the right spot. You can see Hezi, though, having it back up there from that fight up top, though. Surfty running all the way down, not even caring about that smoke, not even letting him get a chance to get a breather there. He makes sure that he pushes through to clean up the kill and chasing another member of X-HITE out there. And it looks like Zerpty, as he's trying to put in pistol shots, hits a couple in Tommy's back, does not slow Tommy down as he's trying to make that move up. But as he sees multiple members of X-HITE forming there, he has to make the move. He's getting chased all the way through the button. Let's see if he turns around. There's going to be a chase here. He's trying to make as many moves as possible, and they're still hot on his tail. He turns around to make the amazing reaction shot there. Rosado looking ridiculous right there, and actually moving up just a little bit too far from his teammate, and he put himself in a really bad position.
Lava with a huge flank, using Tommy as bait right there, gets the chunk, gets the kill, and now Tommy and Lava are going to have control over their square, which is going to have them be able to cross them in the back over many, many spots. Like, that's a great spot if you can hold it without dying, and that gives you button control, which means E is not going to be able to be capped by X-HITE unless somebody leaves that up top.
Hezi right now cornered, but has to make a move as there's somebody, it looks like Lava was up there crossing him from the button room. Lava is seemingly up there by himself at the moment, so we're going to see if anybody from X-HITE is going to try and move up here on him. As you can see, there's multiple members now trying to double down, and Lava knows they were making that run. Great call-outs from his team as he obviously knew they were about to make that move, throwing the smoke in there, blinding them, and also giving his team just a few seconds there to now give him some backup. You can see Lava downing him in the smoke. That is a great shot there by Lava, knowing that there's a guy posted up in the corner. And he keeps shooting there beautifully, knowing that if he moves, he's going to eat a lot of those shots and not want to make that push. So keeping him trapped in that corner momentarily there so he can't move up for the fight. Lava, though, in a bad position, though, as he gets taken out by a member down, actually, momentarily, and it does wipe the floor there. That's Noxious getting the finish on that kill. That's 3 down for eUnited. Bad position here. X-HITE might be running away with this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. X-HITE just taking control of the majority of these fights, just like we saw on that last map. Look at these down, threatening the triple cap, but not before Vital can, get the kill. And now he's going to leave that hill for his teammates to cap, but the rest of them rotate over. And if you look at the score, eUnited does win off 1, so they're in control of this round. But it's up to X-HITE if they're going to be able to make this final push, but they have to make it on not 1, but 2 hills at once.
And Zerptig still finding his position there, looking like he's getting the shots on Kraz, as Kraz was able to just barely get back in position there behind the wall, but looking like it's going to be enough of a point count here, 210 for eUnited to try and get this victory here. They have two hills under control, so it's looking easy for them. That mid hill now getting broken, but F still in their control. As long as one member is holding it down there, at least for eUnited, they seem to be in good shape for this one. Time still ticking away. I think there's a one-on-one fight now at that hill, and it looks like just for a moment, they actually did take away that hill, but Lava's still in position. Let's see. That was a perfect smoke as he had to drop that body, move back. That meat shield not doing enough damage, but then instead Lava moves up, makes the kill on Noxious, and they did just enough there to finish that round. Looking like they're trying to make a little bit of a comeback here.
2 consecutive rounds for eUnited, going into the half, down 4-2. Winning the first one of the half. That's usually one of the harder ones on the second half, in my opinion, since it's short respawns. In order to get that home hill, they got to be able to fight and fend off of enemies while they have spawn shield, because a lot of people don't know, on Fort Split's second half home hills, you can actually spawn up and head down towards your home hill, and the spawn shield will run out almost as you reach the hill, maybe when you're a little bit inside of the hill. So that's a free break, a free, reset on the hill cap if you're, trying to prevent being triple cap.
Yeah, that's a great point, and there's nothing scarier than having somebody run head down at you. You take a shot, and all you hear is the rejection from the game with that spawn that spawn protection still up for that player. So right here, you can see the 4-3. Looked like the incendiaries actually got placed up top. A little bit of a strange move there. Don't see that very often, so I'm wondering how this is going to play into things, as there's nothing down below from the control tower to really throw those nades down into. Really no reason for that. So maybe just utilizing them just for the time being, maybe putting them there so there's something other than a sniper that's going to be taking people's heads off.
Yep, as you see the fight going down up top, Tommy and Zerping yet again 2v2. Heza in control of those instants, so I don't think it's going to be a fight anymore. First instant, unable to connect with anything as he spots Tommy. Maybe he's trying to go for another Hail Mary instant as Tommy escaping, but it looks like a little bit of green around the rose. He throws the second one, not able to connect, so smart by Tommy, going towards the line instead of what would be predicted towards your home and your teammate.
Yeah, that was very smart. 200 IQ play right there by Tommy. He knew exactly what was coming, and he made the right move to get out of position there to make sure he was not getting insta-kill from the instant. So with both of those down, up for respawn now, that basically puts it back down to the first round of this match. So there's seemingly no weapons right now. These are all bare bones fights here for the time being, and you can see Kraz picking up a nice double kill right there, finishing off Wildebeest as the secondary kill. Now switching to Zerpting as he now has to try and make a move here. Looking like he actually knew there was a player for X-HITE there. Has he not able to get out of the corner? Zerpting making quick work there and helping Tommy get the push up here to try and secure these nades as they're ready to come up for respawn about any second now.
Yep, so now that they have control of button, I want to see them go for E, because after you get that break and you get that cap, you have control of the button, so it's not like X-HITE's going to quickly break right after. But in order for them to do that, they need to be able to push as a team, and you got 2 members up top, so they're more likely to push towards the home hill than E, or maybe even do a split push.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing you can do right now is actually push the button when you don't have possession of that hill. You're locking out your teammates for about 10 seconds. There's no way that they're going to be able to make the move. You want to get possession of the incinerator room, and then as soon as you do push that button, keep out your opponents for a few seconds, especially if they're trying to make the push in there. A lot of teams don't even expect really to get a kill with that button. They're only using it as a block essentially for the time being, and every second matters here in escalation, especially as we get later into this game. These respawns are increasing as well, so expect to see a few more trip taps coming up.
And what is eUnited doing right now as they get a couple of kills, but they did it so late, even though Zerpting and Tommy did do that split push. That's exactly what they did. They waited for instants. I thought it was late, but no, they were waiting for instants, waiting for a split push to come out, as they did get the cap on F, but they need to get everyone out of it, and yes, they can, as eUnited ties it up here 4-4 with 3 consecutive round wins over X-HITE.
And it's very strange because the last match, the scoreboard was completely mirrored. A round back and forth, 3 for one team, 3 for another team, and then back and forth again until it ended 7-6. As you can see, 1 round each, and then 3 for one, 3 for another. It's very interesting here. These teams seem to be, I wouldn't say they're basically consistently inconsistent at this point. Everything seems to be, you know, going one way suddenly, and then things are getting flipped on their heads. So these teams really are fighting and clawing for every inch right now here. This is exciting. I'm expecting to see another 7-6, but as far as predictions go overall, I don't feel comfortable even picking one team at this point. They're just playing so well against each other, so evenly matched at this point. Might have to wait to see at least 1 or 2 more rounds to see who's really got their foot on the gas and they're not going to let up.
And Noxious, former Gears of War 3 champion, 19 kills, 12 downs. On the flip side, Tommy, another former Gears of War 3 champion, 19 kills as well. So we're a battle of champions here going down. eUnited versus X-HITE, all tied up here 4-4. And once again, we got mirroring strats here on the 2-2. Tommy and Zerp versus Noxious, and I do believe that is Heza up top. Noxious forced to leave Heza behind for just a moment. Zerping in control with the instance. Did not get it, but I do like it. He ran them out of up top.
Yeah, and Zerpting, look at that. Did you see that cross? Snub pistol, all those shots. He hit about 7 or 8 in the head of that player of X-HITE, so he had to back off immediately. Probably 1 shot away from getting the down there. You see he's getting down with the pistol, making quick work there. And that's Soto running over to clean up the kill. Now Zerpting trying to make his rotation back down to D, and it looks like it's a great position as none of the members of X-HITE are even ready. And now they do spot him though, so they're going to have to make a move here for this choke point here, as they do have control of D momentarily, but it's not going to be enough with these 2 hills under control here for eUnited. They are about to pass them in points here, so obviously X-HITE still has plenty of time here to really, you know, to gather their thoughts and make a move here.
Yep, as you see, 2 hills in control of eUnited. So as I say that, E is being decapped, but they choose to rotate off of E and go towards the home hills. You see Tommy over there holding it down. Soto going for a sneak play on Noxious, gets a good shot on Rosado with the team help. He should be able to clean this one up, but no, it's actually X-HITE who's going to be able to clean up Soto with a good rotation. Somebody through security. Heza's going to be able to take out Zerping. Tommy is going to die next, so 3 members of eUnited who rotated off of E fall down, as now it's X-HITE with a 2-hill setup, and now they are going to be able to regain the lead, so it's now eUnited's move.
And right here, Wildy, though, trying to post up, getting a little bit of those shots right in the back there. He knows that there's going to be multiple members of X-HITE pushing down the middle, so he's going to now rotate all the way back up, and I think he's going to meet 1, maybe 2 members now of X-HITE back here up in button. Here he goes, and he knows that he's got that fight. Luckily, Soto there to try and help him out, and there he goes, chasing him off, knowing that that member of X-HITE that was actually pushing up saw 2 members of eUnited and knows that he had to back up, didn't want to overstep his boundaries there, and was willing to give up the incendiary grenades in that situation. Let's see if Wildy's actually going to make a move. He can't see anything, but he makes the blind throw. Almost, it looked like that he was going to connect the direct hit with that. It could have been a double kill potentially, but instead makes the miss. No, but obviously X-HITE knows that those incendiaries are still on the map somewhere, and they need to keep their eyes peeled.
Yeah, but Wildy rotating them from one side of the map to the other. He knows he has somebody that's going to be in the security to cut him off. Gets the instant kill on Noxious, and that is Soto with the decap on the home hill. Not before going down, though. Wildebeest rotating front through the spawn. Actually, great heads-up play by Wildebeest. You know Noxious wasn't going to be able to spawn in time from him going through there. He does try and need a cap on E. They do need a split push here at this point, and I don't think they should cap E, even if they happen to decap it, because at this point, you just need to go, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to make it in time to run across the map.
X-HITE just doing work there, making a nice move. And as you can see now with the 2 possessions there, actually losing E but still holding D. It's enough though for them to win the round. And there it is, 3 rounds in a row for eUnited, but then X-HITE able to fire back and still regain the lead here. So it's still back and forth. This is absolutely exhausting, these games for eUnited. I really do feel for them because they are going the distance in just about every one of their games. And, you know, it's got to take a toll on these players, absolutely, you know. But at the same time, winning these close games, you know, gives you a little bit more mojo, you know, maybe gives you a little bit more of a confidence going into, you know, any of these games, knowing that you are not going to falter when the stakes are at their highest.
Yep, and you see, once again, the sniper placement coming out from eUnited. I think that's going to be their trademark weapon for this event, as we've seen it at least 4 times in 2 maps, which, you know, that's the maximum amount you can realistically place it.
Yeah, and if you guys are hoping to see a map 3 as well as me, then you're going to want to see X-HITE win the next 2 rounds here. Not necessarily the next 2 rounds, as long as X-HITE does not win 2 rounds away. Here we actually have eUnited can give up a round here for X-HITE, but if they do, they have to win 3 straight, so they will not put them in a good position, but they would still have a slight chance as they are now Lava there, cleaning up that kill on Vital, able to now start things off there for his team to get that first blood there. Hezzy now hitting the button quickly, turning around, trying to make some kills happen. Tommy's down and he picks up the meat shield. Very smart play there, a great idea. Instead of going for the execution, trying to force Zerptig back. Zerptig actually making the wraparound here to try and chase him out, but he is now in a bad position. Looks like they're going to sandwich him in, and he tries to go for the instant pickup as Hezzy runs up and splatters him.
I see that time and time again from Heza. He kind of looks like he's going to run away, so when the team feels comfortable to pick up anything, he just runs back up, gets the one shot. That's actually the second time I've seen him do it in this match alone. Lava and Tommy trying to push Rosado. Are they going to be able to get a kill? No, Rosado shutting down Lava, gets a double kill on Tommy, so this should be a triple cap, barring any miraculous stop from Zerptig. He does hop over. I don't think he meant to do that, but nonetheless, he dies from it, and that Soto going to be falling next, and this is going to be a triple cap coming out for X-HITE, so that is going to be a 6-4 lead over eUnited. So even though eUnited won 3 straight to kind of tie it up and get the lead, that's 2 consecutive rounds for X-HITE to put themselves on map point.
Yeah, and as you can see, it looked like that was an accidental jump over the wall there. I believe he might have connected on the mantle kick, believe it or not, because there was a crowd of X-HITE players there, but they were able to kill him before his feet were even able to plant on the ground on the other side of that cover. You can see now weapons being placed down, frags now in the center of the map. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic. If we see frags down the center of the map getting picked up and then thrown up into that button room where the ensigns are, that could actually spread things out a lot for these teams and help them out. But, you know, as you can see now on the overhead map, you can see the one-on-one there down at the incinerator where the sniper is placed. Sniper placed on the opposite end of the map that we're used to seeing. It's on the low end. So if you do see somebody secure that, most likely they're going to try to rotate and hold this button room for at least a little while. Hezzy getting killed in the smoke by Zerptig. Zerptig now knows he needs to get aggressive here and getting the shot through the smoke on Noxious. That's 4 members of X-HITE down. What a nice opening play there by eUnited here. They're in prime position to try and win this on the trip cap. Only a few seconds away. Crash trying to get the touch. He does get in there, but gets down as well. That's all 5 down. Hezzy just getting out of spawn. It's not enough, and there is another response there by eUnited. This is now 6-5. One more round for eUnited, and we are again going to that final round, tied up at 6-6. Very exciting. If you do see eUnited win this round, it's going to be 22-second respawns, and as we said, you're gone forever. You don't want to have to worry about that. So here we go. We're gonna, if you're X-HITE, you need to wrap things up right now.
And they're keeping us on these toes with these weapons. They're just jumbling it across top, bottom, top, bottom. It does look like an M-bar is going to be near the final decision up top. We've already seen this once. We know Hesitations can use it for sure, but is that going to be the final weapon decision? I don't disagree with it, especially since Heza's fakes have been working out really well, and as the timer goes down this, we're going to solidify that M-bar placement. X-HITE, I expect some sort of trickery out of them.
Yeah, and Rosado taking every second off that clock before he placed the M-bar. And you wonder if they were actually waiting and they knew exactly what they wanted to do, just using that time to try and make sure that they can take as much rest as possible in this fast-paced game here. So with the M-bar now up top, taking the place of the incendiary grenades, we actually have a 3-on-2 situation in favor of X-HITE. So this is actually a great opportunity for them to secure that M-bar and actually make the move here. So you can see now Zerptig in a one-on-one situation against Hezzy. Vital has to push through the smoke to try and help him. They can't kill him, but finally get that connecting shot. Zerptig making a lot of moves there, juking them out, trying to stay alive as long as possible, but it wasn't good enough as X-HITE there is able to secure that M-bar.
Tommy and Zerptig up top, it did look like Zerptig and Tommy were not on the same page as Tommy tried to back out while Zerptig was still going in, but Wildebeest with his hands in the sniper narrowly misses that headshot on Vital Sam. I do believe he clipped him though, with no hill in possession, or only eUnited has the hill in possession. A nice kill by Vital Sam. Is he going to get a second one on Tommy? No, he is not. With a frag coming out, eUnited Tommy is going to be taking down that frag, hurt him a little bit, and Rosado getting a nice headshot on Tommy to clean that one up. It's Vital Sam now in possession with the M-bar here. What is he going to be able to do with it? Nothing as we switch on over to Wildebeest. Is he going to hit the body shot? Yes, he does get that down. He knows somebody's pushing on him on the right. I do believe that was, actually don't really know who that was, but it does look like eUnited's going to try and cancel him out as Hesitation actually is going to be up to one. Push on Wildebeest. Heza actually coming out on top on that exchange. That actually surprises me. Soto, is he going to be able to clean up the kill? I don't know, as we're going to jump on board Vital Sam with the M-bar yet again.
Yeah, and actually running along the wall there, that was actually a nice kill, trying to not even jump out in front of him, just running along the wall, staying off to the side, and pulling off the quick kill on Wildy. Now we have Vital backing up here. I don't know if he has any M-bar shots left. He actually has it on his back with the pistol out, so I'm assuming there is no more M-bar shots remaining. As you can see now with the pistol out, trying to do as much damage as possible, and now the shotgun is coming out here. He knows he's in a bad position. Let's see if he backs up. I don't think he's going to back out, as he knows he has a teammate in there to help him out, and there he goes. That is actually a kill. Noxious pushing up on Tommy. Lava in a one-on-one now with Vital, and actually going down. Was that an instant down there on that shot by Vital? What a well-placed shot. I'm not sure if Lava was already hurt or if there was a cross, but that was a very nice cleanup there for Vital to get in position.
Very smart play by X-HITE. Even though the M-bar is up, they're choosing to put pressure instead of picking up that M-bar ammo. It's Soda with a team kill on Zerping. This could be huge for them, as it is snap point for X-HITE. They're in their spawn, getting slayed out. 3 members of eUnited do fall. It's all up to Tommy and Lava. Tommy's going to be the next to fall. Lava, the last member alive, goes for the revive, and Tommy is going to get the kill, so that it's 2 for Tommy, 1 for Lava, so that revive pays off as 5 are dead for X-HITE. This is going to be up to Lava and Tommy. Are they going to be able to get both hills capped before somebody can spawn up?
Man, with all of them getting wiped out just like that, they were seconds away from winning the map. And then right there, Tommy able to make that move, get there just in time for the revive. And it was also, you got to give credit there to Tommy as well, getting in there, making sure that he was in the right position. And also, it was a bad play by X-HITE, as one of the members wasn't close enough to the hill. They were outside, far away, trying to do some Lancer damage, and it wasn't enough with multiple members coming out and regrouping from eUnited. So here, they actually did regain control, just for at least for momentarily here. As you can see, they just took a slight lead with 2 hills in their possession. That's D and E. The F hill now in possession here for X-HITE, and then we're going to see if they're going to try and make a rotation through the middle here, maybe try and hold both home hills for the moment. But as you can see, Tommy locking it down with the home hill, has a fresh M-bar in his hands, and he's going to try and look for the perfect shot.
Yeah, you know, I want to say Tommy should switch that over to somebody else, but after the performance I've seen from him in this series alone so far, I want to see Tommy put that to use. He knows somebody's going to have to push into him eventually. Tries to go for a cross map, M-bar on Rosado, not able to connect. He does connect, however, with a body shot on Hesitations, and with the help of Wildebeest, they're able to secure that round, and we are tied up here 6-6, round number 13, Trooper. eUnited on series point. X-HITE needs this round to stay alive and force a map number 3.
Consistently inconsistent, as I said earlier. Each of these teams mirroring the last thing that they have done previously. Each giving up a round right away, then 3 each, then 2 each, then 2 each. This is very, very exciting now. 6-6 again. This is back-to-back maps where we are going to a final possible round here. And now it's not only exciting because of how much is at stake here with the respawn time increasing and these initial fights being so important, but you could see this overhead. There is a mess of weapons to choose from right now. The max amount almost that you could put up there on this map here. So it's going to open things up for these teams. A lot of different strategies are going to come into play here. Looking at that scoreboard as a glance, Vital leading his team with 26 kills, tied as well with Zerpting for 26, and Wildy making the big game changer here for his team, rocking those 14 caps, setting things up here, so he might be the factor if they're going to want and win this game.
And we're going to jump on board the action. Wildebeest with the sniper yet again. I think I've seen Wildebeest pick up the sniper almost every round off the start of the game. Is he going to be able to put it to use against either one of those guys? No! A little bit impatient with that sniper shot. He probably should have waited for somebody to go for that pickup, but nonetheless, they do have possession of the sniper, and this is where things are going to slow down. Round number 13, nobody wants to die and be on respawn for 22 seconds, because once you die, that begins the snowball effect. One kill leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another, and eventually you're triple capped and it's game over.
Yeah, and I do know exactly how Wildy feels right there. He seemed like he was going to try to wait for the pickup there to get the easy headshot, but it seemed like he already had the easy headshot. They didn't know he was looking at them. He thought he might have had them. They were moving back and forth just enough there to throw off his aim. So not sure if X-HITE knew properly about it, but right now they definitely did, as he missed the shot and gave up his position. Wildy, though, still locked in that position, surprisingly. So I'm surprised he actually hasn't rotated now, because I believe they still know he is there, and they're not going to try and show their face here. As you can see, they're still fighting, scrambling, and staying away from that open window where the button is.
So Hezet grabbed the M-bar. Lava was able to escape with a nade, so I do think eUnited got the better of the trade, but it's going to come down to a one team fight. Are these teams on the same page? Are they going to be able to help each other as much as they need when this team fight comes up? Because eventually, if they don't team fight, eUnited is going to win, because they're up roughly 5 seconds. So if it's going to be a 1-to-1, eUnited will pull out this victory. As Noxious full red, Rosado taking out Zerpting. Noxious forced to back up. Heza there with him, however, with the M-Bar, trying to facilitate some sort of defense, and this is where the members of X-HITE are going to go for a cap on Ian, and then he makes him pay. Kraz taken out with a headshot, so this could be this could be opening that eUnited needs. They need to start playing a little bit up, use that first kill to get to the next. He's going to get another one. No, he is not. As Soto drops, maybe he played a little bit too quick. You got to find those enemies before it's too late.
That's unbelievable. Wildy hitting the shot mid-roll. I'm going to channel my inner Jim Ross here. That man had a family just doing work with that gun. As you said, picking it up almost every time and being extremely effective with it. You can see right there. Hezi, though, with the opposite sniper here, M-Bar that is, now backing out of that, incinerator room area as it gets pressed. Nobody able to get in there right now for the remainder of the time those flames are coming down here. Still up for grabs. These teams are still almost just about neck and neck here. eUnited with a slight lead here, but it looks like now they have plenty of time here, X-HITE, that is, to move in here for the incendiary room and cap it. As they did, they know that that button now has got to reset, and it will be again, just doing work, hitting that headshot on Hezi as he runs around the corner thinking he was getting back to the safe side of the map, getting back in the cover. Suddenly, he's waiting now 22 seconds.
This is the second time this game as Zerpting gets another kill. 2 members of X-HITE dead for 22 seconds. It's all up to Vital Sam, and he's going to drop. They're trying to stay alive on the home hill. Rosado getting a kill on Zerpting. That's actually a double kill on Lava, staying alive in this round, but they have no time, ladies and gentlemen. They need to make plays. They need to both decap E, and they need to keep the train rolling. They can't stop the cap it as eUnited 195 and counting with that button push. This does look like it's going to be a eUnited game.
Yeah, that is a heartbreaker if you're X-HITE. They're not going to be able to get into position here. That button is going to be the X factor. As you can see, D and F get taken down. They weren't able to get in there to take that E hill, and that was the game changer right there to finish off this map. 7-6, both maps here in favor of eUnited. And like I said again, what a heartbreaker if you're X-HITE. They came in, they fought, they clawed every step of the way, and they just came up short.
Yep, I said it before the game. Wildy and his experience coming up clutch in the end, getting 2 of the nastiest headshots I've seen all day, and that's just the story of it. You were saying it. I know I've said it before. I don't know about you, how you felt about eUnited, though. They're one of the more inconsistent top teams, so going to bed tonight, you got to wonder what the conversation is going to be like in the hotel room.
This tournament is turning up to be absolutely insane. I mean, 7-6, 7-6. Look, I'm just going to say it. X-HITE should have won that map. X-HITE should have won that map big time. They had every opportunity to seal that a couple rounds ago, and they slipped up. Sam was popping off with the M-Bar. I mean, everything was going their way, but there you go. eUnited, like you said, they're still in the tournament. That's all that matters at this point. So congratulations to X-HITE, a really good run, but it's eUnited making top 8.
And we could not have asked for a more exciting, nail-biting finish here today. We thank you so much for joining us here at the Gears Pro Circuit Open here in MLG Dallas. We are going to be back tomorrow with plenty of action on Championship Sunday live at 10 a.m. here on our channel here. Don't forget, guys, thank you again for being here with me. PR, Rob, again, we will see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. live for more Gears action.